What's going on, guys? Phil here. My channel's Reppin' the Locals if you'd like to subscribe. Today I'm bringing you a video of Spektrum's new DX6. I saw this released a few months ago when they released the 300 CFX, and I just had to pre-order it. I've been looking for something with a reasonable price point, and this just kind of fell right into place. It's got all the features of the higher models like the DX9, DX7, DX8, but in the DX6 channel radio. As long as you're running the AR7200BX, 6 is all you need. So here it is. I got it in the mail the other day. It looks awesome, all blacked out. I was able to take it out and play with it for a little while. I got like 20 minutes in. So I'll be able to describe some of the features of it a little better. I haven't bound it up to anything yet, but that'll be in the next video called the review. This is just kind of quick unboxing and first thoughts. I guess right off the bat, the weight of it, I noticed somebody else was saying it feels heavier. To me, it doesn't really feel much heavier. The way your hands sit feels a little different. At first it felt a little weird, but as I sit here and play with it, it feels nice. It kind of conforms to your hand a little better. The old one, your hands are a little more far apart, more thumbs. I don't know. It feels better. Sticks are definitely a lot smoother, although my DX6i is fairly old, so I'm sure that has something to do with it. But this is nice. It's got the new gimbals on there. They're a little more spiky on the top, stick to your fingers well. I don't know about you guys, but I've had several situations where I went to do a pitch pump and went to go up, my finger slipped off and the stick stayed down, and so those are going to come in handy. The main feature of this that I really liked was the flight modes. On the DX6 you only had 2, normal or idle up 1. On this you have 3, normal, idle up 1, and idle up 2. They're fully programmable, so you can put it on either side. All these switches are. If you want your throttle hold on the left, you could set it to the left, or either right, like normal. Anything you want to do is completely programmable in this. It is awesome. I believe it could hold up to 250 different models in the transmitter itself. It also has a slot in the bottom for a micro SD, I believe. It's got wireless trainer feature, so if you have somebody else with one of these, you can set up the trainer right in the menus and run it without the wire. That is an awesome feature as well. Besides that, it came with a Spektrum AR610 receiver. That really helped out with the value of this. I thought it was a little expensive at first, but now that I know it came with this, that helps out a lot. It comes with AA batteries, no LiPo pack, but I can get batteries, slightly used batteries, for fairly cheap. So that's not a big worry to me. I believe you can get the LiPo pack and charger separately if you wish. Comes with a bond plug, little Allen key, whatnot. But that's it for that. The manual here is pretty thick, but if you flip through, I believe it's only 46 pages of it is the English side. This is top half up here. The rest of this is just other languages. Don't be too overwhelmed by that. I haven't read through it yet, but that will come for the next video. This is only a quick first thoughts kind of unboxing video. The review will come after I get to bind it to the Helis and take them out and get a feel for how it really works. Just turning it on here. It's got the backlit screen, which is very nice. It's got the lit little Spektrum symbol in the middle there. That's really cool. I love that. One of the other key features that I liked here is the programmability of the switches. You could set anything to where you want, like I said before. So one of my other issues was I always forgot to hit the timer. Constantly. Well, now in this, you set your timer to the same switch as your throttle hold. So you hit your throttle hold on and the timer stops. See if I can light that up for you. I don't know if you can see that there, but as soon as you click it, it'll talk to you. It says you're in normal mode, it beeps, and your timer starts up. So you never forget. Let's say you come down to land, it says hold mode, you do some tuning on your AR7200, go to pop back up, your timer has already stopped, and it starts automatically. Awesome feature. Yeah, that's pretty much it for what I could think of off the top of my head. The scroll feels real nice. Another cool thing is you can change if it is a tone or a voice for almost any of the features. So if you want it like the old DX6i, you could set all the voice commands off. If you want it new, you could set everything to speech. So you hit throttle hold, it tells you what mode you go into. So now you're up in the air, you're flying, you want to switch to idle up.
Stunt 1.
Stunt 1.
Stunt 2.
Stunt 2.
Normal mode.
Normal mode. And you can flip back and forth.
Hold mode.
Hold mode. It's pretty cool. The volume of the speaker inside isn't the best. It does have a headphone jack in the back, it looks like. Not that I want to be flying with headphones on. I think that would just be confusing. But you could hook up headphones to it if you like. That's probably my only complaint over the whole thing so far, is the volume of the voice. Besides that, volume control is pretty easy. For overall, you just hit the back button and you can control it with the slider right there. You set it, okay, click it,
volume 100,
volume 100%. Yeah, as you go in, the setup is not like a DX6i at all, so it feels like I'm gonna have to kind of learn the whole programming side of things again. Servo Setup is pretty simple. You just have your travel adjustments, which had its own field in the DX6i, your sub trim, and your reverse is all in that one Servo Setup menu. Your dual rate expo, throttle cut, that's only for nitro. Throttle curve is pretty nice. That's another key point in this too. Your throttle curve and your pitch curve. Normally the DX6i, you only have 5 points of reference that you can make. In this one, you can set it up to 7 points. So if you could really control that curve to customize it to the way you want it to feel, which I think is pretty cool. Pitch curve is the same thing. You've got Swash Plate, which is a very new feature. I have no idea how to work it, but it looks like you could add expo to your swash. This kind of tells you, it's almost like a monitor, but you can control the expo, the E-ring, elevator comp, all kinds of stuff in here. It looks really cool. I really want to read into this. Gyro seemed a little confusing. What switch you have it on, I guess? Okay, it's the same as always. They have a new feature, tail curve. You could set a curve for your tail, so if you want to add a little expo, I guess it would be expo to your tail. It's possible. Expo, yeah. Curve 1 switch, you could change it so you could change it on and off in flight. It's got mixing, range test, timer. This also has a very cool telemetry feature in here that I haven't really had any time to mess with yet. Hopefully I will soon. So you could set 12 different fields to tell you what RPM you're at, the voltage, temperature, amps, altitude, vario, G-force, GPS. I'm sure those are only a few of them. I don't know how that would work or what equipment you would need on the helicopter to do that, but I definitely will be looking into that. That seems like an awesome feature. You can customize the voice setup. That's pretty much it for your first list. You go into system setup, and it asks you, do you want to do this? The RF will be disabled. So if you're still connected to the heli, don't do this. That's pretty much a given, but it's just a safety feature so that you don't have any problems or accidents in the field. Model select, model type. They have a new type of model here, sailplane. Thought that was pretty cool. I believe that's no motor on there, just kind of a glider, helicopter or an airplane. You can also, I don't think it's in this list, but I know you can change the picture. They give you several selections. Swash Type is new to me. I've always set it up before with one servo 90 degrees. This is going to be a little weird setting everything up because all the manuals I have are for the old DX6i. So what I think is correct is 3 servos at 120 degrees. We'll see how that plays out. In the Swash Type menu here, you can click next, and it gives you collective type, normal or reversed. And here's your Heli Image. I don't know if you can see that on the screen there. You click it and change it, so you get a couple different styles. That looks like a bell, that looks like a fixed pitch, and a coaxial, and a quadcopter. So it's pretty cool. Not that that's really necessary, just more of a feature thing. You have your F mode set up where you can control how you want your what do you call it, F mode setup, flight mode, where you want your hold position, what switch you want it on. You could tell it to speak what flight mode you're in, or to stay quiet basically. You could change the channels. So if for some reason you have a weird heli that needs, or a weird flybarless system that needs throttle on channel 6 and your pitch on channel 1, you could swap them. In the old DX6i, I do not believe you could do that. Trim setup, model utilities, where it lets you basically copy, reset, delete, or create a new model. You could sort the full list of them that you have. You can set it up for warnings, where if your throttle is over 10%, it gives you a warning. Gyro, I haven't really messed around with this too much, but seems to be pretty cool. There's a full telemetry setup again, pre-flight setup. I don't know what that is. Seems like a list of pre-flight features you could do. Not too sure on that. Frame rate, so you can change the mode from DSMX to DSM2. And it looks like there's a bind feature here, where you no longer have to turn off and hold the button. There is a new button on top. This one. Binding. There's nothing obviously hooked up to it, but you could just bind it right from the screen here. Here's a trainer. You could just click this and go right in and set up wired trainer, wireless, trainer alerts to give you voice alerts. Digital switch setup. I do not know what that is. Flight mode, switch A, switch B. Oh, it tells you what all your switches are, so if you're unsure what any switch does, you can do it right in there. System settings, and then transfer SD card. So if you have your buddy, you break your controller at the field and you got your SD card in there, your buddy has the same transmitter, you can swap all your stuff over and be good to go. Which I think is pretty cool, instead of sitting there having to manually type in every freaking thing. But that's pretty much it for now. I'm really excited about it, and I'll get another video out of me flying and a final review at the end. But thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you next time.